Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to do a technique called the chalkboard technique. I'm also going to show you how to color these new flowers as well. So we're going to start out with some basic black Stampin' Up cardstock, and we're going to stamp on that. This is a new stamp. It's called Sunshine. It's a single stamp that's available through the end of March. Here's a couple of other single stamps that are new. We have more. Anyway, those are available until the end of March. We're going to stamp with white craft ink. So this is a messy ink. You want to be gentle when you ink it up. And then it does take a minute or so to dry. I'm just going to center this over my black cardstock. And if you watched my video about measuring paper for card making, I took the size of this wood block and added about a ½ inch because I needed some extra space there. Okay, now you can do this a couple of ways. I'm going to show you my way first, which is simpler because I am lazy. And so I got some scratch paper here. I'm just going to take a stamping sponge. I've cut mine up into 4 little rectangles, and put some white ink on there, and I'm just going to drag it across here. So since I just stamped the white, some of it will smear to me. That is how a chalkboard actually looks, so I like this look. And then I'm going to take a ruler and a white pencil. I actually have a really old set of Stampin' Up watercolor pencils, and this one got chewed up, but it still works. And I'm going to draw a white border around the edge here. I'm not trying to be careful or make these necessarily even because I want it to look very handmade and chalkboardish. But of course, if you cared, you could pay more attention on that. And that's basically it. This is where I got the image that you see here on my card. But real quick, I want to show you the other version that you can see online, on other samples. It's the same thing, except instead of just stamping the image, we're going to heat emboss it. So for heat embossing, I like to take a dryer sheet, yes, from the laundry room. This one's new. A new one's better than a used one. Rub that on your paper first. That'll remove the static so that when you place your embossing powder on, it doesn't stick everywhere you don't want. And then you can still stamp in Whisper White because the craft ink stays wet long enough for the embossing powder to stick. And then we'll take our white embossing powder. It comes like this when you purchase it, Whisper White. And I like to store mine in a container like this because then there's no cleanup afterward. But I'll just show you. You can pour it on. You can funnel it back into your container. But I'm just going to leave it in this box, and then next time I want to use white, I'll just scoop it on there. Dump off the excess, check for any spots like that because they will heat emboss onto your card and stay there permanently. And then for heat embossing, here's my embossing tool. Actually, this is my old one. I have learned from another demonstrator I always keep a clothespin attached there so I don't burn myself. And then go ahead and heat this up. Whew. The old one is a little bit louder than our new one. And you're looking for this to turn shiny and wet and raised looking. Also, it will look more white than the non-embossed part. Once you've heated one section, keep moving on. If you keep heating over and over, it will melt and turn messy. And it won't look pretty. And then to finish that off, just do the same technique with the dragging and draw the lines, and then it will look like this. So the difference is your words are a lot brighter. And so that is a good look, but I'm very lazy. I like the quick and easy version personally better. And now for these flowers, these are awesome. They are called Flower Trim from Stampin' Up. When you purchase it, they're all on a row, they're all connected, and you get about 100 flowers total. So you can just cut off what you need. And I need 2, If you wanted them to stay connected, just don't cut them. Uh-oh, I got the old scissors. And there we go. You can also cut them apart later after you dye them. Okay, and then we're going to take a Stampin' Up! Daffodil Delight stamp pad. And, oh look, I labeled it wrong. And one of our sponge daubers. We saw this actually at Leadership. Shelly Gardner showed it on stage. And it's so easy. Place your flower upside down on there. And just, this sponge dauber is really just to keep our fingers clean. Just do that until it is the color that you want. If you see spots, you can leave it where there's a little bit of the vanilla showing on purpose. But if you see spots that you want to fill in, just get more ink on those spots. When you do this, you may want to purchase a re-inker for your stamp pad because it's going to soak up some ink. But you'll need to re-ink that eventually anyway, so, and the ink refill will last you a really long time. So that's how I colored those. And then I just used a glue dot to attach those to my card. Never touch the dot with your hand. Put your embellishment on the dot, pull it off with the embellishment, and place it on your project. And another quick tip for this card, rather than using a ton of ribbon, I used little bitty pieces that I placed under here and around the back of my Daffodil Delight cardstock. So I had two little pieces for these two, and then for this piece here, I just took from my roll of ribbon, tied a knot, trimmed it off, and then again used a glue dot to attach that to my card. So there you have it. Chalkboard technique, dyeing your flowers, saving ribbon. You got lots of techniques packed into this tutorial. So I hope to see you again at stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com.